Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. And in this video, we're going to talk about a phenomenon that you may have experienced, and I've experienced this many times. And the time that I specifically remember remembering this is every time I get emailed, but there's like 20 other recipients on the email chain. And I usually never respond to those emails unless they're personally addressed to me because I figure, well, there's the 20 other people, and if it's really important, somebody else is going to chime in, right? Have you ever had that happen to you? Has happened to me all the time. And there's actually a phenomenon or a name for that phenomenon called diffusion of responsibility, and it happens when people just don't take action because there's a lot of other people present, right? And so the reason why it's important to understand this is that if you're forming a group or a team that you essentially have the responsibility to address like one person at a time and not everybody at once. There's this a temptation, especially with like mass emails and stuff, to always be addressing groups of people rather than one on one. And obviously group messaging has is useful, right? But so many people just like avoid the one-on-ones, right? Like it's really weird how people just refuse, and I've seen this many times, just kind of like address someone one-on-one, and are always doing through mass chats, group chats, right? And this is especially true with emails. So I'll just kind of read this Wikipedia article. Again, it's called Diffusion of Responsibility. And it says diffusion of responsibility is a social psychological phenomenon whereby a person is less likely to take responsibility for action or inaction when other bystanders or witnesses are present. Consider a form of attribution. The individual assumes that others either are responsible for taking action or already have done so, right? And then if you just do Control F on mass email, right? So it says, in the workplace, diffusion of responsibility can be seen in the workplace to the response to mass email when compared to many individualized emails, right? So when mass emails are sent out, people feel a lack of accountability due to the fact that the emails have not been addressed to them personally. Studies have shown that replies addressed to a personally addressed emails are more helpful than lengthier than replies to mass emails because personal interactions are associated with a greater sense of responsibility. And this is why mass emails shouldn't be your first line of defense when trying to get tasks done, right? So if you're trying to get tasks done and you're forming a group or a team to help you with those tasks, you have to um, deal with every single person individually. It's actually faster than just dealing with a text or email, because when you have a mass text or email, people just don't respond, right? They're with a bunch of other bystanders, and they're thinking, well, I don't know who's responsible for what, or if it's really that important, then somebody else would have done it, right? That's the honest truth about group messaging and mass emails. Doesn't mean it doesn't have a place. There's a reason why they exist, but your number one default should be one-on-one messaging, so that the other person that you're talking to has a greater sense of responsibility what it is that they're supposed to do, right? The most dangerous thing that you can do, let's say you have some sort of a group project, is not just let's say like tell like a group of five people, well, and they're running a restaurant, well, you're responsible for everything about the restaurant, how much money it makes, who's going to do the cashier, who's going to clean, rather than just assigning one person a task, right? So if there's a person who's just responsible for French fries, just make sure that nobody else is responsible for the French fries except for that one person. And if they're the weakest link in the chain, then get rid of them and replace them with someone else. And yeah, you may have to incur a cost just to use that person, but at least it's minimal, right? But so many people are always resorting to not to, instead of the one-on-one, just the mass group messaging, and that's actually really inefficient, to be honest. And so this is very similar to what I was taught when I was learning about real estate investing. If you're going to write letters to potential home sellers, always do it with handwriting rather than typing it out. So he talked about like two students that he had where like one of them typed out 100 letters and another one who wrote 100 letters. The one who wrote the 100 letters actually got like 12 phone calls about buying a house, whereas the other person who typed 100 letters got zero responses, right? Isn't that crazy? Like, like the thing that seems more efficient actually is inefficient, and that's what I really want to address today in this video is that sometimes things that we think will create us less work is actually more work, and vice versa. So a lot of people, if let's say they're managers, think, well, do I have to do one-on-ones with every single person that I talk to? It's actually faster than just doing a mass meeting with everybody on it, right? All right, well, that's it for today. So just a kind of a leadership tip, be cognizant of the phenomenon of diffusion of responsibility. If you're going to email people, use mass group emails as a last resort, unless you absolutely have to do it. But if you want things to get done, the one-on-one is much more effective than the mass email. All right. Well, have a great day, everybody, and we'll speak next time. And also, if you're interested in joining our group, go ahead and click the Google form link below, and we get a one-on-one Zoom call to figure out what your goals and what you hope to do with your life and how it can help you. All right. Well, that's it, everybody. Have a great day, and we'll speak next time.